What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report, as well as Joe Boo's Day Job, and cooking, because we're cooking and tailgating with Joe Boo. And it is Saturday night, and I ain't got no, actually, I do have somebody. I actually have a wonderful partner in Miss Tracy, and I do what I do, getting ready to watch prime time and game time. The live stream comes up at 8 o'clock, and it's kind of cool to have the television on here while I'm working and listening to the Stephen A. Smith show with Micah Parsons. And he's got a few questions, and I think I rewound it because I think Micah kind of threw D-Law under the bus. And I'm going to let you guys listen to it and see what you all think about it while I work on getting this wall, making it pretty.
What happened? What happened? What?
I mean, I know, but I'm asking you.
Listen, what happened against the Green Bay Packers in the playoffs? Man, what happened to y'all? It just
kicked our
I
ass.
just think we did. I think Green Bay just had a really good start, and all year we've been a front-beating team. We get to establish some things. We mix in a run, play action. Dak really gets going. But when you get down 21 so early, it's hard, bro. Like, cause you know it's almost pass every time. So they got to get into their blitzes, get into their scheme. Schematically, they was just clicking on all cylinders. And when you clicking on all cylinders, it's just hard to work.
Lawrence came on First Take Super Bowl. It was show on ESPN every week at 1 today and 12. He comes on the show and he said, guys might have been a little tired. He said, because so much is expected of us, every game is like somebody's Super Bowl. So we go through stuff that most teams don't go through, and I think that guys were a little bit fatigued. When you heard he said that, what were your thoughts?
Don't get me wrong. Yes, I agree that teams play us like the Super Bowl. We are the Dallas Cowboys. But in the end, that's not a good enough reason or excuse to say that publicly. If you said it to someone else, you know what I'm saying, one-on-one, you know what I'm saying, cameras on, sure, be my guest. But when I feel like once that regular season ends and they get a playoff, you're supposed to get rejuvenated. Like, this is a whole new me, whole new you. Like, we need to get ready. And that's part of that culture stuff where I was talking about, where I want to dive into the players that we got to change. Like, it should never, you should never go into a game like I'm tired, like I'm ready to go home. Because that's exactly what happened, and it did happen. I'm coming to the game every week like, man, I got 4 more weeks left. I don't know what y'all got, but I got 4 more weeks left. Like, that's part of the culture and identity that I just feel like we're missing. Like, that's just something that I don't agree with at all. Like, regular season, yeah, I'm tired, like I'm wore out. But as soon as playoffs hit, knowing how limited and how hard it is to win in playoff games, I would never say I'm tired or I feel fatigued, because that's my job to not feel that way.
You brought up how you want to be a part of the culture in terms of picking the kind of players that y'all need. Is that something that you mentioned with Jerry Jones, Stephen Jones, like, yo, let me play a role in who we bringing on this squad mentally? Do you approach them about stuff like that?
Yeah, so that's what I like about Jay, and which I was dope. I think Jay's one of the best GM, like, owners that I've been around. And not even just I've been around because I've been on one team, but from what I've heard from other NBA and NFL players. And just like this, the Super Bowl, Jerry sees me walking out the win. Jerry was at the win. He said, hey, you going to the Super Bowl? I said, yeah, I'm going. He said, come see us. And I was like, hey, you got any extra tickets? You know, I got some homeboys that want to come. Jerry sent me 4 extra tickets to the Super Bowl suite. And we just sit and talk from before the game until the whole half about players I want to bring in, players I want to be around, who do I need, who do I want to be with, future of our team. And that's just dope to have that type of feedback with an owner that, you know, loves to hear your ideas and what you think and what the team can be. And, you know, Jerry's been, you know, pretty amazing about that with my family and stuff like that. So I've had those conversations with him, and we spoke for 2-3 hours just since we were all over.
When you told him what you thought the team needed, what did you say? Not asking for names. I'm talking about what you alluded to when it comes to culture, personality, etc. What specifically were your words to Jerry about what the Dallas Cowboys are missing?
So I told Jerry, I said, look at every team that kind of was in that Final Four. Who did they have?
Did San Francisco, Detroit?
Okay.
Kansas City.
Who did Baltimore have? A great linebacker core, right? Who did San Fran have? Great linebacker core. KC, Bolton, and they came along. I said, we need to get another bigger linebacker who's going to come down. And I said, we need to get a super 330 nasty interior. Look what how Eric Armstead, Javon Hargrave caused havoc in, you know, the last 2 games. Look at, you know, how...
You know he sounds like me, right?
Lee McNeil, Detroit.
You know that, right?
With Hutchinson and all them. You know, it's just certain things I was pinpointing, we can build in this because we're slim. Like, we have guys, and I think Osa's been great for us, and, you know, but we just need a big old 330, can't move. Because I saw the way Chris Jones affected that Super Bowl, and I was like, my God, like, need a big boy.
Get you fast and clogging up.
Yeah. And not even just Chris Jones, Mike Pennell. Like, you know, I think we got a lot of rushers. I think Osa, he could play inside, outside, one of the most versatile DTs. And, you know, when we lost Hank, he's a big dude. But we need to get one of them big old, nasty, pass rushing, get going.
Let me question because of, I need you to take off your hoodie.
Okay?
Need a new quarterback?
No. You're sure? You talking about Breja, second in MVP voting. Hey, and this is I've been waiting to get on this.
I'm right here. I mean, I'm just asking. You sure?
Yes.
Why?
I'm positive.
Why?
Look at the year he just had.
Did you not just sit here and talk to me about the playoffs? Did you not just say?
But you can't put it all on him. You trying to. Okay, peep this.
Okay, fix that.
When Purdy threw 4 interceptions to the Ravens,
Yeah.
how many points did the Niners give up?
I don't recall.
I believe it was like 33.
That was 34. That wasn't regular season.
That was almost like the Super Bowl. Our 4 interceptions. We gave up 40 plus as a defense.
You down 48-16.
So
He threw a pick six.
So
He threw an interception before that.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. See, if you're trying to play the pick and name game, then that's losing culture. At some point, your defense, even when Mahomes threw that pick in the Super Bowl, what does defense do?
No.
At some point, your quarterback's not always going to be strikingly perfect. The greatest quarterback is strikingly perfect. At some point, your defense got to say, hey, we're going to get a stop.
Well, see, that's the greatness of you, because you're a great team. Because we should be.
No,
hold on. You know, we talked about this on your podcast. And damn it, I'm coming back home. I'm trying to Dallas on my own time. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you invite me, because you went, see, I'm doing CD man talking that smack. I want all of y'all.
Listen.
But I want all of them, Nick.
Listen.
So we can have this discussion. But for the purposes of right now, all I'm saying to you is this. The brother played your quarterback for 8 years, dog.
And how many years has he had the top defense?
Wow.
Defense was championships.
Defense is your. Here's what I'm saying to you.
I'm just saying.
You're good defense the last 3 years.
The last 3, we've been, bro, in Dak's career, how many times he has the top defense?
Okay, I'm saying
There's a point.
Whoa, damn.
I'm saying at least 3.
Okay, in the last 3, we had a top 10 defense. But before those, when did he have a top defense before Dan Quinn, I got there, and all our rookies and free agents that we all got there?
That's true.
And defense was championships. How many points did Kansas City had Lamar Jackson to?
10.
10 points. Defense wins championships. Patrick Mahomes didn't put up more than. If your quarterback gives you 21 points, you're bound to win the game.
You're supposed to win the
How
game.
many points did in regulation did the 49ers hold Patrick Mahomes
Just
to?
going to ignore the fact that Green Bay got up 14-0 to y'all, and then Dak throws an interception. It's up 20-0.
Wasn't Mahomes down 10-0 when he threw the pick to Tig? We're not going to play the name. The name game, like.
So we mentioned the Dak Prescott, and then we gonna mention Patrick Mahomes.
I'm just throwing situations. You're throwing a situation.
He looked like a Muppet.
I'm throwing a situation. You're throwing a situation. I'm throwing a situation.
Jalen Hurts last year, not this past season. Last year, when the Eagles went to the Super Bowl and they could have won it, if they had won, he would have been Super Bowl MVP. They lost 30-35. Jalen Hurts was better than Dak Prescott last year.
He had a better team.
Why that happened?
Dak had an injury. Dak had an injury.
Dak came back.
He had the same hand. He came back faster than he was supposed to. He wanted to get back on the field. He saw the rhythm we was in. He did. He did. If you look up at the state of his injury, it's a 6 to 8 week. He came back in 4.5, I think 5.
Okay. I like Tony Pollard, but I knew
right,
the running game wasn't going to be much because he ain't in every.
We're going to stop it right there. But you can see how it is. You can see, actually, Micah Parsons made some really good arguments there against Stephen A. Smith. You know, he accepted responsibility. So here's the thing. You know, he said, well, you went down 14-0. So the other team scored 2 touchdowns. And then you throw an interception. Okay. So the defense didn't do their job. Dak didn't do his job. Nobody did their job. But we only talk about one person. Come on, man. The interesting thing there is that Micah Parsons talking to Jerry Jones about the players that we need on this team. The question will be, will they get them? Because Tony Romo used to talk to Jerry Jones about the players that we need, and I can't say that we went out and got them as well. But who knows? But definitely, I feel like he kind of threw D-Law under the bus there, saying what he did. Anyway, doesn't that look 100 times better right there? Look at that. I got to go mix up some more of the plaster so I can finish getting that all off there. All right, peace out.